I was told constantly that I would never amount to anything. I was told constantly that I was inferior. I was told constantly as a person of color that my ideas never mattered, and no one really ever believed in me.
Pockets of Hope from Minister Rechie Valdez.
My parents, they immigrated from the Philippines to a little city called Kitwe, Zambia in Africa, where my brother and I were born. In the late 80s, it was getting fairly dangerous. And my parents were really concerned for me and my brother being raised in a place that was not secure anymore. It was a huge awakening when I touched down in Canada and experienced authentic Canadian winter weather. Canadian life is incredible. What I'm most grateful for is how hard my parents worked to sacrifice everything to give my brother and I a Canadian education and Canadian experience. It was difficult in the early 90s, feeling like I fit in anywhere. I decided to do something for myself, which was gain some independence and go to university, away from home. And it was the best experience of my life. The disappointment that I knew my parents would have in me because I wasn't doing the thing they wanted me to do. For my parents, they're like, Rechie, thou shalt be an engineer. And I followed that path all the way to university. But it turns out, no offense, Mom and Dad, they were wrong. There was way more to life that I wanted to do. I decided to choose myself and to follow the things that mattered to me. And so that's what led me to finish school. I did corporate banking for about a decade. And along that time, I had the pleasure of meeting my husband, Christopher, and having my two amazing children. When Cassidy turned 1, I decided to venture into the kitchen. Once I discovered baking, I tapped into something that I never knew inside of me. I pursued my entrepreneurial adventure, baking. Lo and behold, my first company was born. I baked everything from cakes, macarons, and then that transformed to wedding cakes, dessert tables. I was changing and growing so much, and all the people in my circle were wondering what I was doing that allowed me to be able to live alive and to be so free. So I ended up becoming a coach and a mentor to young girls, people in my network. In doing that, it made me realize there was this massive community outside of my little world that I once knew. And that very community is what then gave me the inspiration to say, well, how can I help people at a much, much larger scale? And I decided to, in 2021, run for office in Mississauga, Streetsville. I didn't expect to win, but I did. So I shut down my businesses and I completely devoted my life to becoming a member of parliament. I found out of all the Filipino Liberal candidates that I was also the only one. And I was so happy and so proud. The journey wasn't easy. You have to start somewhere. You just have to believe in yourself. If I can achieve that, anyone can. Mabuhay to my kababayans at GMA Pinoy TV. Thank you for tuning in to Pockets of Hope.
Send your inspirational stories and sparks of hope now